Growing up in Connecticut, my family would have a New England seafood bake every summer. Now that we all live in Florida, I keep that tradition alive with my recipe for a Florida Keys lobster tail over a tequila butter blistered tomato linguine. And the best part is that in Florida, it's summer year-round. I'm Jeff Philbin. I've always loved to cook with bold flavors, fresh ingredients, and I even competed on TV for the title of America's Best Home Cook. I've learned a lot over the years, and now I want to share some of my recipes with you. This is Flavored by Flame. With a dish like this, it takes a little bit of some steps. We can accomplish this all while our water boils. So I want to start off by turning on my burners and getting 2 pots hot, ready, and up to a boil. You want to make your pasta taste like it's from the ocean. And for right now, I also want to do the same thing with that lobster. Now, when you're at home, you might have a small pot. You might think, okay, hey, I want to use a small pot for cooking pasta. You don't. You really want to have a large pot. You want to let the pasta move around. Now, the pasta and the lobster is going to cook for about the same time. About 8 minutes is what I want. So I'm going to put our lobster straight into a boiling pot of water. I'm going to put a lid on, and I'm going to drop it down to a low heat. We're going to add olive oil into our pan. I'm going to move all that oil all the way around. I've got some cherry tomatoes that are halved. I'm going to throw right into our pan. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, pepper, and I'm just going to move it around the pan. What I want is to see a nice blister on these tomatoes. Now, I always want to be in the kitchen working with safety as a priority. And so I'm going to turn off my burner and I'm going to add in some tequila. The heat that's still inside that pan will cook off the alcohol before I put it back onto a flame. And I'm going to bring it slowly back up to a temperature, starting with low and back up to a medium heat. What's really nice is that the tequila is starting to deglaze some of the pan, and it's brought in some of those tomato juices. This is a perfect time for me to add in my garlic and to stir this in. We're almost ready. I want to check on that lobster. So I'm going to take our lobster out, and I'm just going to let it be on our cutting surface. Now, I've taken my pasta. I've kept a little bit of that water in there. I didn't drain it all because there's so much flavor that's already in there. And you know what? Our sauce is ready to add a few more ingredients. Butter, lime juice. I love cooking with both lime juice and lime zest because with the zest, you get a lot of those oils that come out. I just want to stir all those flavors in, and it's almost ready. The last bit is always adding fresh ingredients. Fresh cilantro goes straight in, and we can actually turn off our heat. Stir, so all those flavors can come together and incorporate straight in. I want to make sure that I have a little bit at the end if I want to add some more of our sauce here over our lobster tail. So I'm just going to save some. So what I want to do is take my knife and just lightly crack right into it. And you want to cut into the other side of it as well. Perfect. This lobster is going to come straight out. Now what I want to do is just do nice chunks. Now it's time for plating. Take a little bit of the pasta at a time and add it into our sauce. I want to toss it into that incredible tequila tomato blistered sauce that we've got going on here. And slowly, I want to add the pasta in. So I'm going to dig right into our pasta, and I'm actually going to start twirling it. I want to try to catch the pasta in, pressing against the sides of your pan. And we're going to just do one last twirl into the rotation that you've been on, and slowly bring your hand away with the fork to keep as best you can that pasta together. Now we can take our lobster tail that we've already cut and sliced, placing it right on top like so. We already have that reserved from our sauce from before, and we want a little bit extra flavor. Now we can do that. We can let that kind of come in between to really come alive. Some lime zest. Growing up as a kid, I had lobster with my family quite a bit. And now that I live here in Florida, I still get to enjoy those memories, and I still get to create new experiences with food. Lobster being one of those stars. To watch full episodes and learn about available rebates from TECO Peoples Gas, visit peoplesgas.com/cooking.